Hello, people who are not yet sick of me. It's just Paul. Paul, hey, damn, I must really not have a life. I, I don't either, my friend. I don't either. Clearly. Oh, my backwards. I'm rocking my backwards Carhartt shirt tonight. Maybe it's just me and you, Paul. Everybody else was like, I have had too much of that fella. He does this too often. I'm sick of it. Or everyone else's resolutions for this year were to stop watching that nonsense. Find something better to do with my time. Loco Moco's here. Come on, Paul. We were supposed to wait 10 minutes. 10 minutes for what? Oh, were you guys having top secret communications? Oh. What is going on, my friends? Steve's here. I'm gonna have my leftover pretzel pizzazz. Cooking tonight? No, unfortunately, I'm not cooking tonight. I didn't have enough time in between work and this to stop for something. I thought I was going to, but then I had class. My normal Sunday turning class couldn't be scheduled this week for Sunday because there was a Sunday class already scheduled in the room that I need to teach in. So it got moved to today. So I was teaching and it ran long because, as it sometimes does anyway, but I also had a bonus person who was not registered, who thought they were registered. So I was like, come on. So I was over capacity on turning class today and it ran longer than it should have. And because there was class in that room tomorrow morning, I couldn't just like drop everything and leave like I sometimes do and then go back and clean tomorrow. I had to clean after class. So I was extremely late getting out and I didn't have time to stop for what I had hoped to stop for to cook on the show. Bengals are winning 10-7. Cool. Who are they playing? They x-rayed your foot and removed 3 stitches. So now my foot is on the way to healing. Wasn't it already on the way to healing? Lathe turning question mark? In relation to... I was teaching a turning class, yeah. If you're asking what we're doing tonight, we're doing nothing tonight, my friend. I just taught turning for 4.5 hours after working for 4.5 hours and getting up at 6 o'clock to prep for my class that was this afternoon. So I've been basically nonstop go for 12 hours. So I'm good for activity for tonight. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna have my honey mustard pretzel pizzazz. I'm gonna do a Mike's never had this food before. And we're just gonna hang out and talk about life. Or whatever comes up. Talk about football. Playing the Steelers. The Russell Wilson Steelers. the Justin Fields Steelers. Great way to spend a Saturday night, Matt says. Well, we'll see. You don't know that. Coolio. Yeah, we'll hang out. Pretty. It's one of those Mike's exhausted kind of shows. These are not very good, pretzel pizzazz. I gotta say. I don't remember what I scored them, but I hope it wasn't higher than meh. Because that's what they are. They're meh. Oh, it would change to all chat. Oh, remembered 6 minutes in. Let's get the Mike's never had this food before out of the way. Believe it was scored meh. Well, good, because that's what it deserves. And they built it up. I remember them building it up in the words. They were like, come on, a flavor adventure, or whatever. All right, so time for everybody's favorite segment of the show. Mike's never had this food before. All right, everybody. Today we have a special treat. I don't know if it's special or not because I've never had it before. I don't know why I'm... Okay, so this is a nut-based. Okay, no, hold on. Still backwards. Yeah, we're still backwards, Todd. Because YouTube sucks and is dumb. Okay, tonight's Mike's never had this food before is called... the only reason that I'm having this is because this is a fantastic name for a snack. This is the Haldrums Tasty Nuts. I am going to put Haldrums Tasty Nuts in my mouth. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you know if you should also put Haldrums Tasty Nuts in your mouth. Well, only one man's opinion. The ingredients are peanuts. It's a good first ingredient for a bag of peanuts. Refined palmolian oil. I don't know what palmolian oil is, but chickpea flour, maize starch, iodized salt, red chili, citric acid, turmeric, black salt, black pepper, dried ginger powder, cardamom, cumin, cinnamon, clove, bay leaves, nutmeg, so nuts and spices. That's okay. Spicy coated fried peanuts from India, I guess. Are they actually from India? Yeah, product of India. It's like Indian taste of tradition, but it's actually product of India. It says imported by Quality Natural Foods in Canada, Scarborough, Ontario. This is batch number 24345, packaged in January of last year. Okay, Haldrum Foods International. Haldrum's Tasty Nuts. Let's put Haldrum's nuts in my mouth and determine whether or not they are indeed tasty. Oh, I can see it just exploding all over the place. One of those kind of bags. All right, we're in. Haldrum's Tasty Nuts. Haldrum's Tasty Nuts. Haldrum's nuts have some spice. There's certainly some heat there. But are they tasty? They have some flavor for sure. They're significantly more flavor than the pretzel pizzazz that were supposed to take me on a flavor adventure. Or whatever it said. What does it say? Yes, bed, and it take you on an exciting escape. No, this has taken me somewhere more significant than the pretzel pizzazz. Ooh, it builds. The spicy builds. There's some heat there. That's interesting. And it lingers and grows. The flavor of his nuts grows on you. Like it increases over time. Aldrum's got some spicy tasty nuts. There's some bite there. Woo! And in fact, I would say tasty. Just a potent amount of flavor there. But it has to build. Like your first bit, you're like, okay, that's got some flavor. But then it just kind of comes on late and builds. Yeah. There's some heat in there. Yeah. It's still growing. His nuts are growing in my mouth. Well, the nuts themselves aren't growing. The flavor builds after the fact. That. Still building. That's got, yep. They are indeed, I will agree, they are tasty. I could do without, I think I could do without the intensification after the fact. Yep, there's some heat that builds late. I'm not going to be able to eat this bag of. As 1,500 units, it's 1,500 Scovilles. Yeah, it's not crazy, but it's certainly it's sneaky. It's like one of those, you're like, oh yeah, there's some spice, and then you just wait longer, and you're like, it's one of those. Yeah, not unpleasant though. I'm good. It's better than meh. I'll give that. I would prefer that it had a little bit less, like if it's going to grow late like that, I would like to stop a little bit earlier in the process. Because after a while, like the heat builds, but the flavor's good. But then the flavor stops being good, but the heat keeps building. And so like, then it's just heat for heat's sake. But good. It's a good heat. I'm going to go 7 point. It's tough because like I'm probably not going to finish them. So, and I don't, it's not a would buy again. So I can't go like, I can't say like, wow, that's, and like it can't be above an 8 if you wouldn't buy it again. But I'm enjoying the experience of them much more than meh. Let's go 7. 7 even. Wouldn't buy again just because the late build of heat is just heat. Like the flavor is long gone, but then the heat keeps increasing. So, and I would like the heat to stop when the flavor stops. But Haldrum has indeed some tasty nuts, and they are worth putting in your mouth. 7 out of 10. Wouldn't buy again, but glad that I had the experience. And that has been... Yeah, it's still there. That has been this episode of What-do-do? Damn. Graphics department. What-do-do? Mike's never had this food before. Yep. Pretty okay. If you like heat for heat's sake, but the flavor itself is also good. So, but just the flavor, the good flavorness of it ends, and then the heat continues and builds more. No, that's not for me. Don't rub your eyes. Yeah, no, I'll try definitely not to rub my eye. Oven timer went off, but my dog is on my lap. Uh-oh. Conundrum. Can you carry the dog? I think the dog's big. If I remember correctly, I think dog is a significant thing. Loco Moco, try them. They're good. And they were cheap, I think. I don't remember what I paid for them. I just got them at Walmart in the, ethnic food section. And I literally, how can you not buy a bag of something that's just called Tasty Nuts? I mean, I pretty much had to. It wasn't really an option. Aldrum's Tasty Nuts? Yep, I'll try those. And I'm glad I did. I won't do it again, but I'm glad I gave them a go. Oh, it's only little guy? Oh, just kick him off. I gotta get dinner, yo. What are you having? What's in the oven that the timer went off on? I'm gonna have some more cat puke cookies. Still got the pack of cat puke cookies. In case anybody missed it, you can't tell me that's not what that, you walk into the living room, you see this on the floor. You're pretty sure that the cat puked on the floor. But they taste much better, I would hope. I've never actually tried cat puke, but Eric Habakabuka is writing songs again. Young Mike with a mischievous grin. Loved nuts, especially when they were in. He'd eat them. The hotter the better. He'd eat them by the letter, ignoring the fiery within. That's not bad. Quiche. I hope that's not how you think that's spelled. I like that spelling of it. Back hurts. On my feet all day. Had a table saw injury. Had a table saw accident this morning. This Band-Aid, this one, is from table saw injury. Be in the right headspace for operating machinery. Need a saw stop. Saw stop wouldn't help this time. Didn't touch the blade. It was a kickback problem, and it was a lack of focus and being in a hurry And I saw an experiment once where someone put a tooth in a glass of Coca-Cola. After 7 days, it was almost black and started falling apart. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. It's really bad for you. You can clean chrome. Like, you can dissolve nails and stuff in that. Band-Aids are so good, you reattach your thumb. Talk about a good Band-Aid, right? Glad you still have your thumb. I didn't touch the blade. Like I said, it was a kickback thing. I was doing the bit. I would show you. I would do a demonstration, but that's not a good idea. I was pushing it through the blade. I was bringing this piece back around I was ripping pen blanks is what I was doing. I was ripping pen blanks out of a block of wood. And so I ripped the pen blank, push stick in this hand, just this hand just free on the outside of the blade or outside of the blank. I'm pushing it through, flicking off the pen blank and then pulling this piece back around to do another pen blank. And I pulled it back around, and as I came back too close to the blade and hit the blade, and it obviously unsupported out there, brought it back around to make the cut and caught the blade on the way by, and it slammed back into my thumb. And like, I don't know, you're probably not going to be able to see, but like, I thought I broke my thumb. And the impact here of the wood hit so hard that it split my skin on this knuckle. Is this during your class, quality entertainment for the new turners? No, I was prepping for the class. It was about 6:47 this morning. Ripping pen blanks for the class that was this afternoon because I had to work at 8:30. I told Nadia, I said, I'm not doing turning classes on days where I work anymore because I don't have proper time to prep. I'm never going to be able to prep 5 days in advance for a class or whatever. Usually my Sunday class that starts at 1, I've got from when I wake up until 1 o'clock to prep for class. And today I had from when I woke up until 10 after 8 because I had to go in to work starting at 8:30. So I got up at 6 to start prepping for class, and I knew that I was on a time crunch to get these things ready to go in the truck to go down to the shop to go to work before my class. And I just wasn't in the right headspace, and I was rushing, and pulled it back and around and caught the blade before it got back to the fence, and off it went. That's the piece that caught the blade and exploded. So I went in, I put a Band-Aid on it, and I did a little clipper on the nail that had snapped. And then I came and finished off ripping my pen blanks. Called myself an idiot a couple of times. But I honestly thought I broke my thumb. I had a dumbass moment once. Just once. My dust collector got clogged, and I decided I should unclog it while it was on. Yeah. Sometimes humans in general, not a good design, right? But sometimes the human brain does things that are just like, what? You know not to do that, but you didn't right then. I myself sliced open my thumb yesterday just on a sharp knife. That's a better injury because at least that as long as it is a sharp knife, that's a clean sitch. Just make a bunch and keep them with the lathe at the crow's nest. I usually do a big batch of pen blanks, and I leave them in my turning class box at the crow's nest. But eventually, you need to cut more blanks. And the funny thing is that I probably No, I did. I was going to say I probably didn't. I probably had enough, but I didn't. And I didn't know how many I had, so I wanted to make sure that I had enough. So I made enough whether I had any or not. And I did have a few, but wouldn't have been enough. I mean, it would have been enough, but not everybody would have had all of the choices. My brother-in-law paid me blade and break to show his grandson the wiener in the saw demonstration. Oh, that's cool. Blade and break. Yeah, I'll buy you a blade and a break, and then I'll send my kid over, and you can set it off. I think there should be a little bit of extra compensation in there as well, because that cannot be good for the saw. Like blade and break and some wear and tear. Like it can't be good for the internals. That's a violent action. Young Mike, a woodworker so keen. Here he goes with more. Are these songs or poems or what are these? I like them. Cut pen blanks, a woodworking scene. His finger, alas, met a sharp sudden pass, and the blood flowed a crimson sheen. Not bad. Not bad. Doesn't hurt the saw. It can't be good for it though. The violence of that act. I don't know. It can't be good for it. It might not be bad for it, but limericks, yeah, they're very limericized. Cat puke cookies are maybe better than I get. I don't remember what I scored them, but better than meh. Dado blades with the dado break can jam the arbor at an angle. Sometimes can hammer it down, sometimes replace the arbor. Made the kid out of the clock out of the blade break to hang on his wall. As a reminder, never buy a table saw unless you can spend a shit ton of money on it. What are the new resolutions? Go watch the video. Not telling. They're over there on the other. Make you watch it to figure it out. Gretchen loved the resolutions video. So there. No, he says. Well, then you don't get to find out. You don't get to know, Todd. Got my finger in the router last winter. Went out the shop to get the first aid kit. Out of the shop to get the first aid kit in the van. Looked up and the fire chief was walking out of the station. Just drove down and had him bandage it. Yeah, I did that one time. My buddy Mark that lives pretty close has his like level 3 first aid, I think, like industrial level first aid. And I don't remember what I did, but I drove over there and I was like, I think it's not quite hospital, but it's more than me. So can you? And it was something on my hand. I don't remember, but he agreed. It was more than me, but less than hospital. You'll slip up eventually. Your face will slip up all the way to the bank or something. There was a part in the resolutions video where I wanted to stay. Yeah, I know which part that was. Because you think you're hilarious. You watch it all the way through the bloopers? There was like 6 minutes of bloopers at the end of that. I had some trouble. I had some trouble getting through some certain parts of that. It just like the words were flummoxing me at times. Had to be the part where he brought out the guitar. It was probably that part. That's what he's being hilarious about. But don't talk about that video. We have to go make Todd go watch it. If we tell him all the parts, maybe he'll never watch it anyway, just to prove some kind of point. I don't know what point that would be, but I'm gonna give you one fewer view. You. Into the shop today. Hard to walk. Yeah, well, telling you. I don't know how many times I got to tell you. You should have just put a caster on it. But there's another limerick. I'm not going to read all the limericks. I appreciate them though. Just guarantees I'm not watching it. You go ahead and not watch it. That'll teach me. So there are a lot of people who aren't going to watch it. So don't think that you're special because of that. Not going to lose sleep on people deciding not to watch my videos, because I've been doing videos for a long time that people haven't watched. I'll get over it. If I only made videos that people watched, I would make videos that I don't want to make. Because I don't want to make the videos that people want to watch, clearly. There was a man named Mike from Nantucket. But nuts so he could suck them. No, I would have changed that a little bit. There's a man named Mike from Nantucket who went off about how the Chili Peppers can suck it. He said with a grin as he wiped off his chin, gave them a 7, but won't buy them again. That's okay. That's all right. Played with my half Sorby brown nose scraper. Who makes the other half? At the right angle, it makes angel hair stringy chips. That's good. That means you're sharp. Light touch, barely holding it on wood. And like, are you turning wet or dry or? I still have never turned anything like fresh wet, like just chopped down. That looks fun. When I see people cutting that kind of stuff, and it's just like it's coming off as these big, like stringy, like over the shoulder and across the shop, kind of like ribbons of like fresh cut wood. That looks fun. Did resharpen my carbide inserts again so I can do some turning. As one does. I just got done telling another 5-pack of people. The carbide tools are a great place to start because only idiots resharpen them. Ah. So you don't have to learn how to sharpen it. You just turn it, and then when all of it's dull, you huck it out, get a new one. Rockler sells a tool to resharpen carbide tips now. Haven't they always sold like sharpening stones? Because you just like rub it around on a sharpening stone, don't you? You just do the face. Like I'm pretty sure that a little bit of Windex on one of my DMTs. I just refuse. It's like I'm like Lajeunesse and the resolutions video. I know that I could. I just refuse now on principle. This has a place to hold the inserts. Ooh. Dry garbage. Oh, building materials out of the scrap bin. Like 2x4 type stuff. That means you were sharp though. That's good. Anybody else want a cat poop cookie? They're better than they should be. Huh. I am hungry though too, so that might be doing it. Maybe do short. Put that in the blooper reel. Maybe we'll keep this one to a shortish kind of show. Because, like I said, I am exhausted. I was up either just before 6 and then out here into the shop and been on my feet all day. What are you cooking up tonight? I'm not, Tim. If you showed up on time, you'd know. I know. I taught my class that I was teaching this afternoon, ran late, and then I had to clean up. And so I was very late getting out of there and had to get home to start the show. So I didn't get a chance to stop, as was my plan. And I don't have anything to cook. So. You should advertise it based on its exclusivity. Be one of the 213 people in the world to know my resolutions. Or I'm not going to advertise at all. You watch it if you want. Don't watch it if you don't want. I'm good. I found a video that you made about getting sober. Yep. I gave you a sub because I've been going through the same thing. Heard it gets a lot easier after the 3-month mark. I am 1 month, 4 days. I think 3 months for me was a pretty good pivot. Like it was a pretty good turning point in terms of like how I physically was dealing. The first 3 were significantly harder than. Second month was harder than first month. Third month was about the same as second month. Fourth month got easier. So yeah, I would agree with that. But it's also about, it's not just about not drinking either, right? It's about changing your mindset and everything else that goes along with the not drinking that you need to improve upon as in terms of who you are. And maybe that's why it takes a few months, because you're starting to figure out how to like reimagine who you are as a person. And that's a struggle. But welcome. And congratulations. We can have video of watching Mike take a nap. Oh, we absolutely could. I could probably fall asleep right here on this bench right now. It's supposed to snow next week here in Dallas. And trying to use meditation. I was going to say medication. Try and repair my brain. Yep. I try anything. Try whatever. Try until something works. Those videos, the main one where I smashed my face and it's got like 600 and some odd thousand views or whatever. Like, you read through the comments on that, everybody has a different answer. Like, clearly, and I responded for as long as I could to as many as I could about how there's no one right answer. Like, there's no one answer that's going to work for everybody. Everybody's on their own journey in this world. So stop proclaiming that there is the only way to do something. Everyone needs to find their own path through whatever it is that they're going through. And you saying that there's only one way and this is it is wrong, first of all. And B, it kind of makes that person want to do everything except that. It's supposed to snow here in Illinois tonight. We're raining. That's what we get. We'll get some snow at some point between now and the end of February, and it'll stay for a couple of days and go away. My mother-in-law now lives with me in Maryland, moved recently from Dallas, and she's about to see more snow than ever in her life. Sweet. Bailey saw the 2025 vid today. Don't talk about it. We're trying to keep it a secret from Todd, who for some reason has decided to refuse to watch it. So we can't talk about it on principle or something, I think. I'm not sure. I don't think I'd be here without music. Yeah, good call. Listening to Story to Tell and Voice of the Soul by Chuck Schuldiner are a big deal to me. Brain cancer sucks, but he made those songs through it. Yeah, nice. No, you don't have to apologize for bringing up the fact that you watched it. Because that's good. That's good friending. Braille Gamer is Poker Face's daughter. Hello, Poker Face's daughter, Braille Gamer. I'm curious though about Braille Gamer. Are you blind? And are you a video gamer? A blind video gamer who somehow plays video games via Braille? Because I'm pretty interested. Yeah, we can't talk about Mike playing guitar or that board with the big twist in it. Shh. God. Ugh. Guys are the worst. I'm also struggling. I think we're all struggling in our own ways with our own things, and to not be open and honest about whatever those things are with each other makes the world a worse place. She has a rare eye condition called coloboma. Legally blind. Oh, okay. That live edge board was crazy. Shh. You guys. It's okay. Todd left anyway. He was like, "Fuck this guy." Not watching this either. Me. I don't know why I'm ragging on Todd all of a sudden. A couple years ago, decided to try smoking weed for my depression and seemed pretty good for the first few months, as chemicals do. Then eventually it started to not be as fun, as chemicals do. Yeah. I think any intoxicants, I mean, right to as far as caffeine, I can't survive without caffeine, but I can't, like, the tolerances and the adjustments that your body makes to it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still and probably always will be caffeine and nicotine dependent. And I've smoked a lot of weed. It's been a long time, but I've absolutely many times my own body weight. Let's say that. Speaking of nicotine, I'm gonna have one. And like I said, I think we'll probably try to keep the show a little bit short and succinct tonight. Trying to quit the weed. Every time I tried, it started to feel really depressed. That's your system adjusting to the different chemicals and things. Yeah. Feels like depersonalization. It's not depersonalization, it's repersonalization. You're becoming a different person. And if you don't like who the person you're becoming is, you're gonna not want to. So that's the key is you're becoming a different person. You have to create the new person that you're becoming as someone you like and want to become. And that's hard. That's hard. I say it like it's like, oh, just become the person you want to be. It's not as easy as just like, well, I'll just be who I want. It's hard. Also, I am in no way qualified to don't. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a counselor. I'm not qualified to give advice on things. But I've reimagined and redeveloped myself into new people a number of times over the years. And it's hard. So congratulations on wanting to. Still feeling very depressed. Trying my hardest to stick to quitting. Like I said, you have to. It's not just about not the chemical. It's about all of the other things that go with the person that you're trying to get away from being. That's the hard part. I mean, it's one of the hard parts. It's all hard. prescribed antidepressants worked for me, but trying different ones and slowly going on and off them. Strict requirement. 2 months no weed is good. And then congratulations. I agree. 2 months of not doing something that you're trying really hard not to do is absolutely good. Been off them for years now, but the creativity and self-doing down. What? What's self-doing down? Damn it, Matt! Proofread before you hit enter. Once people see you one way, some people want you to keep you that way, and sometimes you just have to break your ties to become a better you. It's true. I think the bigger problem than breaking ties with other people who want you to be something or continue to be something is breaking those ties with yourself. Like self re-identification is a hard thing. And yes, I'm a gamer majorly. Sweet. I've gone through. Well, I've recently gotten back into gaming in terms of, and I'm not really. I play if we're talking about video games. I recently sort of refound my love for video games, but I can't bring myself to devote that much time to it because I'm so busy doing a bunch of other stuff. But yeah, it's mainly it's like bonding, spending time with the boy kind of thing because he's really into video games. But I've also through that I've rediscovered that I quite enjoy video games as well. Couldn't word it, deleted it, and typed it again. It's difficult to say. I felt like I was a ghost and your creativity is gone. It was great for the depression, and yeah, okay, I get it. The medication sucked away all of your, yeah. $22 watching and only 8 likes. That's a good point, Paul. That's bad friending, you guys. Boo, you guys. Now there's 20 watching, and only 8 of you are enjoying yourself. It's fine. I mean, like, I don't know why you would stick around if you weren't enjoying yourself, but you do you. I subscribe. Say thanks. Oh, Mikey B's here. Look out. Hey, Mikey B, there was a question for you on one of the live shows that I did. And I don't remember what it was, but I was like, if Mikey B was here, he'd know. It was about lumber. And I was like, well, I mean, Mike's place isn't the only lumber supplier around, but probably one of the biggest, so he'd probably know. Pine. Oh yeah. Yeah. Southern yellow pine. I said I've never seen it. We don't get it. And everybody's like, oh, it's like super common. And I was like, I think it's regional. I don't think we get it. Like, I know it doesn't grow here. But you ever seen like a lift or a truckload of southern yellow pine? Because I have not seen it. Not even in like the specialty softwoods section of like the crappy Windsor. He left. He showed up to say hi and then he stopped watching. I kind of want to keep eating these, but I know that they're gonna. I know what they're gonna do. I don't think I have. My market is mostly white pine, spruce, and Douglas fir. Yeah. Fucking Douglas fir. Fuck, such garbage wood. It's all over the place down here in Texas. Yeah, I feel like, well, southern states and eastern states, maybe east and south, kind of sitch, but you're sort of central south. So maybe I'm wrong. Saw a piece of pine with heartwood arcing through it at work. A small crate for some heavy machine part. Totally stopped to stare at it. Should have just stolen it. Oh, and hemlock in pressure treated. I've seen hemlock, not pressure treated hemlock as well. Southern yellow pine is real common in the States. Yeah, it's like for you guys, it's like our spruce. Defer isn't meant for cabinetry though, Mike. Well, it's what I got. It's what I got for cheap. So it's what gets used. Shut up. It's the wood's fault that it sucks, okay? It's not my fault for using it wrong. Never seen southern yellow pine outside of a big box home improvement store. Well, I've never seen it at all, so. Build guitars out of southern yellow pine all the time. One of my biggest sellers. Let me guess. Telecaster? Larch and hemlock are related to. Fun trees to identify when living. I thought that was going somewhere else. We got larch up here, I think. Mostly sort of north or Pacific Northwest states, I think, is more larch. We don't get a lot here, but the region includes a core of states that reaches north to Maryland and West Virginia, bordering the Ohio River and the Mason-Dixon line, and stretches to Arkansas and I need to make you a telly build kit so you can put one together. Okay. I just honestly, if I had the templates, and I think I showed on the show one time, I do have Telecaster templates. I just don't know where they came from, or like I can't verify their accuracy. So I don't want to be just like, well, I'm going to make a Telecaster with these templates and then have it be shit. You just send me a batch of templates and I'll just make one. Saw a fair bit of larch backroading this year. Okay. I didn't know that we got it here. I thought it was more sort of northwestern US. But did you relate to what I was saying about feeling out of it and like a vegetable getting off wheat? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, if you watch was it like my 1 month uh, getting off booze video? Like I talk about how I'm just fucking sleeping. Like it's just like I don't feel like doing anything else. I just go to sleep. Sucks. You pronounce Arkansas? Do people actually pronounce it Arkansas? We have a lot of black walnut, cherry, cedar, white oak, and red oak. Yeah, I always want to sleep too. I don't think there's anything wrong with oversleep. Your brain heals itself while it's sleeping. So there's positive aspects to letting your brain rejuvenate itself via sleep. Is ponderosa pine just pink, or is it different sap, hardness, anything? Such cool trees, but I haven't used the wood. Ponderosa pine. I don't know enough about the different pines from firsthand experience working with them. That would be a question that you should send to my buddy Shannon. That sounds actually, I think Shannon has an episode of the podcast about the pines that's relatively recent. Maybe 3 or 4 episodes ago. I think he did an episode on the pine family and the differences and things. I have a hard time eating and drinking. Yeah, me too. Eating is a big thing. What wood is good to dye before turning? Context required. Well, I don't know why you would dye a wood before turning it, because it feels like you're just wasting a bunch of dye then. I dye things after I turn them, but I don't know why. I'm just having a trouble figuring out why you would want to dye a wood before turning it. Why don't you wait until it's turned and then dye it? Ponderosa has some good steaks. Not sure about their Ponderosa Steakhouse? We've never been. You dye it while you're stabilizing it. It's true, but I think that's just ancillary to stabilizing it. Like while you're stabilizing it, you can add dye, but you're not stabilizing it because you want to add dye. Maybe. I don't know. Would you say you feel a lot better after quitting? Yes, I think so. In some ways. I think yes. Yes is the answer. Yes, I feel better. But there are times where I feel worse. I think I explained it on one of my videos. I explained it that like I have fewer peaks and valleys now. Like I used to be either like my happiness quotient would go from like 3 to 9 like this. And now I don't have those extremes anymore. I kind of just live in around a 6. So overall, probably happier, because I don't have a bunch of 3s. And the 3s and 2s and 1s are really, really bad. I do miss the 8s and 9s that I used to have, but I don't miss the 2s and 3s. So all the nice colored wood that I sent you was dyed during stabilization. Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think the point wasn't to dye it. The point was to stabilize it. And then why not dye it while you're stabilizing it? As opposed to like, I need to dye this wood. Why not stabilize it while I'm at it? I don't think it, maybe it is. Maybe I could be wrong. I've been wrong at least 3 times. See, that's what I need. I'm like all over the place. Yeah, I was all over the place too. And the 2s and 3s were really shitty. How long has it been since you quit again? It'll be 5 months on the 10th, whatever day that is, like next Tuesday or something. It was 5 months ago yesterday that I got so drunk that I fell down and smashed my face and broke my finger and messed myself up. And then a week after that, I finished the beer that I had left over from that night. And then I haven't had any since. This gives me hope. I love being able to give hope to people. You just, yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey, and we're all on one, and we're all on our own journey, and nobody else can tell you how yours is supposed to go. Paul, you got one of those vacuum things? You mix the resin with dye. Don't soaks deep. Stuff like cactus juice. I think he got rid of all of his stabilizing stuff. He did it for a while, but I think he got rid of it. Dye soaks in deep that way. Yeah, well, you're replacing all the air with resin. And if the resin is colored, then all the air gets replaced with colored resin. Like vacuum. You think it's the same for quitting weed? I would assume chemical dependence, coming off of a chemical dependence. I mean, I've come off various chemical dependencies over the days that I've been alive. I don't remember what it was like when I stopped smoking weed because I didn't stop everything else. But I would imagine that you're retraining your brain and your system to be a different person and to act differently internally. So I can't imagine that it would be that much different in terms of timelines. Been tempted so many times over the last year. That one brand with the Gator logo almost got me a month ago. I don't know what we're talking about. Get into stabilizing? I don't want that. I pay other people to do that for me. It was taking up too much of my shop time to create blanks to sell. It was becoming a job. Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want stuff that's supposed to be fun to start feeling like a job. Oh, gotta do that. See, I think we had that talk about you making Telecasters one time. Be like, can you possibly still enjoy doing that at this point? Like, how can that possibly be fun for you anymore? But they are different enough from one to the next, I think was what you said. Whereas stabilizing turning blanks, maybe not. It's been really fucking me up. I have hope that after a couple more months it'll be better. I mean, all you can do is find out. You'll never find out if you don't get there. Beaver makes a vacuum kit for $99. There we go. You just go buy one from Beaver. It'll be great. And probably also really good at what it's supposed to do. And it won't be faulty right out of the box, probably. Even though 100% of the time that I've purchased something from them, it has been garbage right out of the box. But it'll probably be different for you. I do still enjoy making guitars because I'm creating musical instruments. Well, yeah, and like I said, they're different enough every time. There's something different about them. Did you mention tag slick vacuum seal, Todd? I don't know anything about slick vacuum seal. I went and picked up a toaster oven from Goodwill for $10 to cook cactus juice. There you go. Just get Todd to do your stabilizing for you. I'll happily pay somebody else to do that rather than go through the rigmarole myself. In fact, I think not only has Paul sent me free stabilized dyed things, I think I paid him one time. Yeah, because I got a commission to do a whack of pens, and I needed a whack of cool blanks in a specific color. And then I got Paul to make them for me. I'm pretty sure I paid him. I hope I paid him. Now I'm doubting myself. I feel like I did. And then Buddy quit there. My buddy who was gonna make that order, it was like a corporate. I don't even remember how many. It was a whack of corporate pen gifts. And it was like their color. It was a dark green. Their business color was dark green. I was like, ooh, stabilized burly dark green pens, and I was gonna take them down to the Crow's Nest and engrave them. And then, like, after I got them, he quit there and went to another company, and so that never happened. But I've still got those blanks. They're nice, I think. I don't know. I've never turned one. They were green. Yeah, they were like a dark green stabilized burl type sitch. Would like to learn to make pens. It's fun. I taught another class today. I got one of my best compliments ever from somebody today after the class. It's amazing. It's amazing how sometimes the negative things that people say to you, well, I think in general, negative things that people say to you hit harder negatively than positive things hit positively. But that's why, like, on YouTube videos, like, one shitty comment sticks in your craw way more than like hundreds of good ones. But anyway, beside the point. Guy today, after he took the class, he said, I spent most of my career teaching teachers how to teach, and you are exceptional at that, my friend. I was like, what a nice thing to say. Like, that was a really, really nice compliment. I appreciate that. Originally, it was Dima who made me want to try it. Yeah. Oh, right. He did the stabilizing for it, and didn't he also make the little brass hammerheads? He made those brass hex hammerheads. Yeah. Yeah. Like stabilized spalted maple. Did he ever turn the mammoth bone pen or moose poop pen? No. I haven't done either one of those. Unfortunately, I have not. I was talking about the moose poop blank earlier today, though, with the class that because we were talking. They were talking about. Have you ever turned this? Have you ever turned this? And I said like, oh no, I haven't turned antler, but I've seen it done. I haven't turned. I've done Corian countertop. I've done epoxy resins and acrylics and things. Uh, I have a blank of moose shit, but I haven't turned it. That's an awesome compliment. Teaching is hard. It can be. It can be. Sometimes I feel like I'm good at it. After he said that, I felt like I was good at it. Two forever to get him to turn Corian. You want to try again? It took forever, but I remember that pen vividly. That was a Concava. You have plenty of Corian left. I don't know that I do. Do I? I don't think you sent a ton of Corian. I don't remember there being more than one piece, actually. Was there? I don't know. It's still all in boxes and bins and stuff. There probably was. I believe you when you say that that's the thing. Teaching is hard, but it could also be very retreated. It's rewarding. How did it get to retreated from rewarding? It can be very rewarding. It's true. Corian just wears out your chisels, yeah? I didn't find it nearly as hard as I expected it to be. It actually turned pretty nicely. Maybe I was just exceptionally sharp that day, but it felt significantly easier to turn. It was a nice smooth because it's a super consistent consistency. I remember it being really impressed with how nicely it turned. I sent you about 10 pieces. I have more if you want it. I did enjoy it. I'll have a look around, but I mean, yeah, add them to the box. Like that was actually, I remember I quite enjoyed it being surprisingly. I enjoyed it a surprising amount for how maybe because of how I expected it to go, and it was so not that it seemed funner than it actually was. But I don't know. I remember being like, "Damn, this is stuff. It's actually super cool to turn." It was. I remember it coming off stringy and like cutting nice. Maybe I was super sharp that day, but that one sold not that long ago. I had that one for a long time before it sold. But I think I was like, it was one of the ones where I wasn't sure if I wanted to sell it, so I didn't take it out when I was places where I was selling stuff. It would stay in the bag because I wasn't really sure I wanted to sell it. Pretty sure. Stupid voice to text. Just do it manually. Fucking people with your voice to text and your autocorrects. Just type out what you mean to say. Stop being lazy. I love how it doesn't take in any water or get stained from anything. Could pour anything on. Yeah, it's cool stuff. Throw some more in the box, Paul. But I'm curious now. That box is going to be, it's uh, the steam bender dealy thing, the router plane, some Corian countertop, uh, possibly Telecaster templates. What else was going in there? The hot chip challenge chip. I've lost track. Like that box is getting. I'm having to do it on my phone tonight, and my blind eyes can't see the words on the screen. All right, I'm gonna make fun of you though. Just let's be clear. I understand that you have an excuse. I'm gonna make fun of you. Have to remake the router plane. Oh no! The mesquite cracked after I finished making it. Boo. It won't be huge. Tele templates would cost too much to ship. Well, what if I'm paying for the shipping? I'll pay for shipping on a box of free stuff that I want. Because I don't know if you know this, but I'm kind of a big deal. Like, I make tens of dollars on YouTube. So I use Corian for all my templates, so it would weigh a ton. Yeah, I know, but it would be a long ass lasting template though. And I could have an official Waldrop Guitars Telecaster template, and then I could start making them here. I could be like your Canadian manufacturer. I don't know that I want to do that, but I could. But then you'd have to like quality control them, and I'd have to send them to you to send. But no, that's the dumb idea. Like, never mind. Let's not. Paul, Mike is obviously way too busy to do anything with the stuff you send him. I, on the other hand, it's just that honestly, he sent me too many things too quickly. Like the first couple of boxes he showed that he sent showed up like a couple months apart, and there were like 60 blanks in them. Like, I think nobody goes through that many. Thank you so much for talking to me about it and giving me advice. Like I said, I'm not qualified to give advice from like a counseling perspective or whatever. I can tell you about my experiences with things, and that's it. So, like I said, we're all on our own journey, and there's no right or wrong way to go about anything. And I wish you all the best on wherever your journey takes you and however it is that you need to get there. It is, unless you drop it or catch it with a router bit. I guess, yeah, dropping it probably wouldn't be good. But you did help some. Happy to be of help in whatever capacity I can be of help. I could make you a set from 1/2-inch MDF or plywood. Would weigh about half. Sure. Yeah, MDF would, but then you got to wrap it in plastic or something because it's going to go through the rain and then it's going to swell up and then it's not going to be accurate anymore. Thanks. All right. See you later, Braille. Thanks for coming by. And is there going to be a neck template in there too? And then I can just like make a neck, make a body. Vacuum seal it. There you go. Yeah, body and a neck template for Telecasters that I can just like. I'm in. You don't have to cut a stupid break angle on that neck. Just goes in. Find somebody else to wire the parts that just click into the top. Boom. Telecasters. You get a Telecaster. You to get a Telecaster. Sure. Maybe I'll actually finish a guitar. I really should. I mean, I really should finish those ones that I started. That seems wasteful to not do that. Maybe they're good. They're going to be pretty. They might not be any good, but they'll be pretty. Smokerette. And then when I get the steam bendy dealy, then I could try and make an acoustic guitar. Like a guitar that I might actually play. That'd be cool. Because I don't really play electric guitar. So I don't know why I'm going to keep making them, but because they're fun. They're fun to make. Templates out of laser cut Perspex. What is all the go now? My son is making templates out of laser cut Perspex. I don't know what Perspex is. Sounds Australian. What's Perspex? And why is it so good for templates? I'm guessing that it's some kind of clear acrylic type plexiglass type something. But that's just based on the name itself, and for some reason that's what I want to think that it is. Big picture thinking says plexiglass. I think UK has same generic copyright. Oh, don't ban people. It's plexiglass. Okay. It's a brand of acrylics. Okay, yeah. I don't know why. Maybe I had heard it before, but I didn't remember. That's what I assumed that it was. But that's cool. Oh, I am tired, you guys. I am crazy tired. Might keep this one under 2 hours. Gonna hit the sack. All right, later, man. Thanks for coming. I'm probably gonna do the same. I'm probably gonna get this shut down pretty quick and just go to bed. I mean, I've done like 15 hours of live shows in the last week. So, meh. Keeltronics is out as well. Don't forget to eat. Oh, yeah. I got peanut butter pretzels. I don't want to make anything, and I'm trying to stay away from garbage takeout. And you're right, though. I got cat puke cookies. I got those cheesy buns still. Maybe I'll just make a quick sandwich. Yeah, I got deli meat and those cheesy buns and some cheese. I can make a salami Havarti sandwich before I go to bed. That's what I'll do. Thank you for the reminder. How about eggs? Quick and cheap. Yeah, eggs would be good. I don't think we have any. But yeah, eggs. The shop fridge. Hey, everybody. The shop fridge is back. So the kitchenette area is almost complete. It's got a shop fridge. I think I'm going to get an air fryer for on top of the shop fridge. And then it'll be air fryer and the hot plates, and the fridge will just have milk and cheese, milk and cheese and eggs, and any sauces that need to be refrigerated, and bacon, which is a meat, and some other meats, and then some other cheeses. And yeah. This is the first gooey shop time I've jad in a while. Working on as many little things as possible tonight. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start reading things exactly how people type them. This is the first gooey shop time I've jad in a while. Bacon is a fat. You're a fat. That was mean. You're right. It's a meat. It's a fatty meat. There's meat in there. I got one of those like variety salami packs at the Costco, like a Genoa and a Hungarian something or other, and with bad spellings. Yeah, that's why I read it that way. Forgive me, why are you building a kitchenette in your shop? Because it'll be way more convenient for me to. I need it to be easy and convenient for me to cook myself food. Like even easier and more convenient than going in and around and up the stairs to the kitchen. And the shop fridge has always been a thing. So basically, I've just added a hot plate and I'm going to add an air fryer to it. And so that I'm not just when I'm out here working, I'm not just eating garbage. I can whip myself up a grilled something sandwich, or to cook a chicken breast and put it over some noodles or something, instead of like I have a theory, okay, about how it's going to be better. It's going to improve my nutrition to have easier access to a place to cook. I don't know that that's going to work, but I got to try something. What are you blathering about? Main screen turn on mechanics. Somebody set up us the bomb cats. All your base are belonging. This is referencing things that I don't know what it means. That's a video game reference, I think. Because he talked about bacon all the time on Grumpy Old Men. What? It's video game translation getting you to say it as it is typed. I'm dead. No. I don't wanna. I'm Ron Burgundy. Oh, I think, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on who you are and whether or not you're actually like this, I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. We're going to do shorty. I'm just beat. Today beat me down, and I am going to just. That's it. I gotta duck out. I gotta shut her down. You said the best part. Ron Swanson likes bacon. Yeah, I think what you heard was bring me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was bring me all the bacon and eggs that you have. Yeah, let's wrap it up. Eric Habakabaka, you're right, my friend. It's time to go. I am just, I can't stay awake any longer. I'm make myself a sandwich. I'm going to bed. We'll do it again next week. Hopefully I will be in a better state. Maybe we'll make something. Maybe we'll finally hinge this door and get it on here and get some finish on this thing. Maybe we'll turn something. Maybe we'll get back to work on the guitars. Maybe I finished those spatula. Oh, hey, speaking of the spatula, on the New Year's spatula. Hold on. I'll show you. Do one more show and tell. One more show and tell. I wrapped up the sanding mat with my spatulas in it. Spatulas plural now, because what I did is this is the spatula that I was making on New Year's Eve, remember? I looked at the pieces of wood that I cut this out of. Where does it go? Like this? Nope, like this. So I cut this spatula out of there. Ooh, let's flip it around. So I had these other pieces sitting on the bench, and I was like, I can get 2 more spatulas out of there. So I'm making a 3-pack of cherry spatulas. So another one kind of like this, except a little smaller, and then like a little paddle style one. So 3-pack of spatulas out of this one chunk of cherry, I think is going to be cool. Enjoy the sandwich. I will try to enjoy the sandwich. Go to bed, Mike. Okay, I will. Thank you. You buy a pack of bristles and make a tiny scrubber to sell with the spatulas. Buy a pack of bristles and make a tiny scrubber? I don't understand. None of this animal goes to waste. That's right. I was like, well, I was going to just chop this into pen blanks, but then I looked at it on the bench and it was sitting there like that. And I was like, it's like another spatula shape kind of situation going on there. So I drew it on there and I think that's going to be a nice little spatula. And I was like, well, what about this piece? I could make something out of that piece. Why not? I mean, it wouldn't go to waste anyway because I would just make it into pen blanks, but 3-pack of spatulas will be better. You need sleep. I know. I'm going. Okay. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, everybody. We're done for tonight. I'm going to have another cat puke cookie. I'm going to go make a sandwich, and I'm going to bed. Bye for now. We'll see you next Saturday for another run of this nonsense. I love being here with you guys. Bye. Thanks, everybody.